Hi, folks. Good afternoon. In order to get started on this case study, excuse me, that covers the last 3 weeks of the course, I thought it would be helpful for me to show you a few tricks in Excel, especially as it relates to these first three problems that you owe for week 6. So what I've got here is I've got the entire data set, and what I've done is I've broken up, or I've got 3 additional tabs here with the data that I need from the larger set in order to display some of these tricks that I think would be helpful for you. So let me just get to problem 1. I think what we want to do in problem 1 is we want some summary statistics to get started. Let's see, I think that would be good for problem 1. So let's do this. So what I've got is all the price data. And so what I'm going to do is, let's see, I'm going to go to the data tab here and then go over to data analysis. And one of the options within data analysis is descriptive statistics. So if I click on that, let's see, I've already scrolled in the data. Let me do this again. So the input range is going to ask you for all the data that you want. Notice that I am going to include price, and then I will indicate that I have a non-numeric value in this string. So I've scrolled in all the values from A1 to A106. It's in columns. I have a label in my first row. And then, let's see, let me show you what I did here. In order to get the summary statistics on this page, if you click on output range and then click on any cell, it doesn't matter where you get, obviously probably just enough space to give you a good view here. And then click on summary statistics and click OK, and then you'll have, let's see, you'll have almost everything you want here in kind of heading into this 5-number summary on the second question. But for now, you've got mean, median, mode, standard deviation, let's see, min, max, in the range. If I said, if you got variance, you take the square root of that for the standard deviation. So there's a good start. What you don't see in here are the first and the third quartiles, or the 25th percentile and the 75th percentile. So while we're here, let me show you a quick trick. If you go up to the formulas tab in Excel, and here's a variety of the function library that they offer. Under more functions, you have something called statistical functions. And if you, let's just hold your mouse on statistical, excuse me, and go down to, let's go down to, is it quartiles? I think quartiles, EXC will give it to us. So let's see. The array of data that I want Excel to find quartiles for me is this array of data. Don't include the non-numeric tag here. And if I ask it for the first quartile, notice that it returns a value of 238, 617. And let's do this one more time. Let's do this for the third quartile. We'll see if we can match that on the scatter plot here. So let's see, formulas again, more functions, statistical, quartiles, EXC. Let's see, same array. And then this time I want the third quartile, which would be the 75th percentile. And let's click OK. So let's just keep those numbers in mind, 238 and 399 as we go forward. So I think this will get you through problem number 1. And I think what you want to notice here, just remember, if you're looking for what does the distribution look like here, notice that the comparison of the mean and the median. So the mean here is quite a bit larger, almost, almost 10% larger. That's pretty good difference here. So when the mean is that much larger than the median, what you're probably going to notice is you're going to see some skewness to the right. And this positive value of skewness here would also indicate that as well. So I think that's enough said. Let's see, for problem 1. Problem 2, let's see, what do we want here? We want a box plot. Pretty simple in Excel for price. Let's just, let's start by scrolling in all the data. Scroll in all that data. And then go up here to insert. Let's see, And in the middle here in the charts, if you get something that looks like a histogram is all the statistical charts. Let's tell it we just want a box plot, and there you have it, presto. It's really that simple. And so off this, you can get the 5-number summary. So let's see, this lower gate here would be the minimum value. So 167,692, 167,692, that's a match. This first gate here in the blue is the first quartile, 238. I remember that number, that sounds about right. And here is the median, 323, 417. I like that. And then this is actually the mean. You can find that. And then the third quartile, 399,061, 399,061. I like that. And then now this is not the maximum value, but this is the point at which you find a value above, I should say at this point, any value above this is a potential outlier. And the maximum value here being 919,480. Let's see, maximum 919,480. So good jive here between the box plot and the descriptive statistics you got from the data analysis tool pack. So that will, let's see, and then also this will really show you the skewness that we just talked about with all these really, really large values out here. That's why you're seeing some separation between the mean and the median. So that should correlate pretty well between problem 1, problem 2 with the numerical descriptive statistics that you get here, and then with this box plot, box and whisker plot, whatever you prefer to call it. Let's see, what else do you need for problem 2? I'm looking at my notes here. I think we need a scatter plot. What we're going to do is we're going to show bivariate data. We're going to show the size in square footage and the price of the house. Let's see, let's just start by scrolling in all this data. Pretty simple here. And then we'll go to insert. And let's see, then we'll ask for a scatter plot. And there is your data. And let's see, I would say that the correlation here is very, very strong in the positive direction. That should be very clear just by looking at the data. So here, problem 2, let's see, I think what did we do? We showed a box plot or a whisker plot, whichever you prefer to call it, and how you would, again, align these values or align these key values with the descriptive statistics we got from the data analysis tool pack, and then the basics of how you would go about building a scatter plot. Problem 3. Now, I'm just going to do one part of this. What you're asked for in problem 3, 2 things. One, based on whether or not a house has a pool or not, is there a difference in price? And so based on what we've talked about in terms of independent and dependent samples here, if we're talking about pools with houses and houses with pools and houses without pools, it should be very clear that these are independent data sets. And so this is an independent test of hypotheses, 2-sample t-test. And so here is the data. So in order to get Excel to do what you want it to do, the first thing we want to do is we want to separate the data. So if I have a 1 here, it says I have a pool. If it's a 0, I don't have a pool. So here's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to take this data and I'm going to sort it. And it's going to sort both. It's going to sort out, you'll have a list of all the houses without pools and then all with pools, and it'll keep the respective price. So if I go to data, let's see, data and sort, and I want to, it's asking me, so when for all this data, I want to sort this by let's see, the binary number 1 and 0. So just click on pool yes, and then click OK, and then it'll separate it. So now I've got separate data here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy all the prices. So I'll copy this. Oops, I don't know what I did there. That wasn't too good though, was it? Let's see, let's try this again. Come on. There we go. So let's copy and paste. And so then we've got all of our no. So these are the houses without a pool. And then we can go get all the house prices with the pool. So let's copy that. Let's put that here. And then we'll say yes. So as I said, so the first thing that we let's see, we'll just center up all that data. The first thing that we want to mention here or notice here is very clearly, this is not paired data because we're talking about houses without pools and houses with pools. So clearly we have two different sample sizes here. That should be very clear. Now, again, we're going to go to the data analysis tool pack, and let's see, I think we have towards the bottom here, there's a number of different tests that you can run based on the sort of data you have, whether it be dependent or independent. And so here's what we've got. Let's see, this is not paired. This is two sample, and we're going to assume equal variances. So yes, let's see, I don't know how that happened. Let's try this one more time. Let's see, two sample, assuming equal variances. Okay. Okay, so input variable one, let's take the no's. That can be our first input, and then variable two, we'll get all the yeses. Now, let's see, hypothesis mean difference. Remember when we have a two sample t-test, we're going to assume that there's no difference, effectively saying that there's no difference in price. Yes, I have labels. We'll do this at 0.05. Again, the output range, let's go find a nice spot here. Let's see, we'll do it right, how about right up here at the top. And then let's click OK. Now, here's what we've got. Just very quickly, and then you can do the analysis. You have the no's, right? No pool, yes with a pool. The average price without a pool, average price with pool. 38 of the observations, or 38 houses, have no pool, 67 have a pool. Hypothesized mean difference, test statistic, and p-values. And I'm going to leave it at that. From that, you can make your interpretation. The only other piece left on question 3 is changing this up. I believe instead of pools, we're talking about garages. So same thing, I would just pull over the data for for garages and price. Remember, you can sort all the price data by those houses that have a garage, and then those that don't, or however you want to do it. Separate the data, and then remember that you have to put this in separately. You'll have to put in the with garages or without garages, however you want to do that. And then what you're going to be looking at here is your test statistic and your p-values, and you can make your conclusions. So I hope that's helpful. Please follow up with me if there's anything else you need. Take care and have a great day.